I was paying hundreds a month for personalised coaching, and while I might have been a dentist at the time, it absolutely wasn't a small amount of money for me. I was basically burning through my savings. But I fenced that for a long time and watched the results that other people got. And with a bit of a push from Jasmine on the YOLO front after her diagnosis, I trusted in the process and I wanted to make the best of it. And fat loss went well, really well actually. I dropped about 15 kegs and was in miles better shape. But before we left for our Asian New Zealand backpacking trip, cracks in the delivery started to show. I'd spent months explaining the situation and re explaining it. Jasmine had gone into remission and our budget was going to be tight at best. There'd be no gym access. I had chronic arm pain, amongst other undiagnosed health issues, and the trip would be leaning heavily on enjoying the local food because that's what Jasmine and I love to do. I wasn't asking to get shredded. I just wanted some tips and advice on how to manage all this without undoing 12 months of hard work that I'd just put in. And I was genuinely anxious about navigating it all because I worried that if I fully embraced my foodie tendencies for a full 8 months, I'd end up in trouble. But if I went too hard the other way, I'd come back with regrets for entirely different reasons. What I needed was some proper tailored, specific to my situation advice. God knows I was paying enough to warrant it. And the response I ended up getting back was pack resistance bands, walk everywhere, eat 2 palms of protein at every meal, and limit sugary treats to twice per week. And the message signed off with, you'll come back a happier version of yourself for your wife. Don't get me wrong, the coaching team that I used got great results for lots of people, but they lived a Dubai lifestyle. I mean, yeah, they travelled, but for weeks, not months, with a budget that covered business flights and meals at places where paying a bit for extra protein didn't really matter. But what they'd done was try and apply the same framework to me, slumming it out of a backpack for 8 months with a budget that barely covered street food and a bed for the night. And the whole reason the trip existed in the first place was because my wife had just beaten cancer, yet that didn't feature in the advice once. I don't think context blind advice is bad advice because the person doesn't care. It's bad advice because it wasn't designed for you in the first place. And that was the most frustrating thing for me because it wasn't malicious, it was just tone deaf. It was never designed for our situation.